Alright folks, welcome back to the Free to Plat series, and before we start this video today I would like to announce a little account giveaway we're going to do. So this is courtesy of my man Inner Rage, thank you very much buddy. What's happened is he's not actually given up raid, he's got a main account, but this is his free to play account that he's kindly giving away. He just doesn't have the time anymore, it's too much. I mean, I know how it is, it's quite a lot of work to do two accounts at once, especially with everything to do in this game. I think he was finding it too much of a chore, he said, so that's totally understandable with two accounts, I can totally get that. So he's keeping his main account, but he's going to get rid of his free-to-play account. And it's a decent account, we'll just show you it in a second. It's got 10 legendaries in it, so it's going to be a great account for someone that's just wanting to start out the game. You can pick that up for free right now. All you have to do, we're going to make this a little competitive, is I want everyone to give me a really funny caption for this picture here. Now, everybody knows this picture. So this picture is the new legendary. I just did a video about this morning I think, so if you want to check that out I'll just link that above. But this is the free legendary we're going to be getting right now. And yeah, there's a lot of controversy around the artwork. Super cool champion, love the fact that we're getting it for free, but the artwork's great up until the face, let's just say that. So I want the funniest caption about this artwork, and the funniest one will win the account. Just to give you an idea, like I think a few people had said it's like my 10-year-old got a hold of my Photoshop for the first time now. That's kind of funny, but I want something really funny. I want the reasoning why this is so bad around the face. I just want something really funny. So again, the funniest one will win the account, and let's just have a little look at the account right now. So we're going to open it up here. We have got 10 legendaries, so it's a decent free-to-play account. He's put some work into this. We've got a vest, he's good, Ray's solid. It's really good actually for arena, this account, for someone starting out, because you've got Ray, you've got Skull Crown, you've got Godseeker who's insane, Vogoth, they're all built up to 60 already. You've got Ugo, who I like a lot, she's really cool. We've got a counter attack here in Skull Crusher, a bunch of people at 6-star already. Loads of fusion champs. We've got Ruel, we've got Candrafon, the best arena defense in the game for nuking anyway. We've got Ruel, you know how much I like him. Yoshi, the new guy, Herndig, he's really cool. So there's loads of champs here, Zargala, loads of stuff to choose from. And then in the vault, we also have, yeah, just a bunch of really solid epics, you know, things like Occult Brawler, we've got Rector Drathe in there, we've got another Zargala it looks like. Yeah, just loads of cool stuff. So this would be a great account for someone starting out the game, or just want to really just improve on their account and just jump forward a little bit in the game. In Inner Rage's exact words, he would like to just help someone not spend money on the game. So that's really cool of him. So yeah, pretty solid account, probably worth quite a bit of cash. If you're pricing legendaries the way that Plarium definitely prices their sales anyway, it's worth quite a bit of cash, that account. So make sure you pick it up. Leave in the comments below, like I say, something really funny about the ninja picture, and that is how you get it. So anyway guys, let's just get on with today's video. So we've got a glowing portal today, which means one thing guys, it is 10x or 2x summons. It's 10x this week, and it's pretty solid again. They've actually been really good recently, I have to admit. So on the legendaries, we've got Helior, we've got Abyss, and we've got Elder Scarg. Not super excited about them, I'm not going to lie. Obviously for the free-to-play would be insane, but I wouldn't be pulling on my main account for these guys. But the epics, on the other hand, are probably better than the legendaries, to be honest. I would probably rather have like a Mordecai, or you know how much I love Armina as well. The only thing with this account is I've actually got Armina and Mordecai already, which is pretty strange for an early free-to-play. But so I won't be pulling any of my Ancients or Sacreds, but we do really want this girl here. Now, I've literally just put a champion guide out about her from my main account just like a couple of days ago. I didn't have a clue this girl was going to be in the 10x, so that actually worked out pretty well. Now she is insanely good. I'm actually using her in my platinum defense team just now. She's so good. She's just solid all round in the game, and I think she would completely transform this account just now, because I've got so many options to try and build sort of go second teams, because the further I go up, the less chance I've got of getting faster than people, especially as free to play. There's no chance I'm going to be faster than people that have, you know, bought a few speed packs here and there. So I'm going to have to move to go second teams, and someone like Godseeker fits in great in there. You know, I've got some good choices just now. We've got, obviously, Ugo can be used as go second, because Ugo can technically put the block damage on ourselves and revive everyone. It's not ideal, but it's a way of doing it. But we've got things like Scathix, who I think is going to be a really good go second character. We've got this guy now, we've got Versulf, who we'll go through in a second. We'll cover that because we just pulled him. But that's a nuker that can survive. There's various options. Toragai, really cool champion now, we're going to go through him today as well. So what I've decided to do is it's 2x voids next weekend. I could potentially save these 5 voids because they're quite difficult to get, but I'm not going to. I'm going to open them right now because there's like a million void epics right now that I really don't want and don't need for this account, and Godseeker's like right up there in the top 5 to be honest for me. Madame, Godseeker, they're right up there. Skullcrown, well to be honest I'm not even sure if I would drastically use Skullcrown now because I'm using Ruel so effectively. So yeah, someone like Godseeker really is that high, so we're definitely going to be pulling right now for her. So fingers crossed guys, let's go for it. See what we can pull. And first one's up is, oh, you know, that is actually a really good pull. This guy is a solid clan boss champion. I think I did a champion guide on this guy, like, oof, must have been one of the first champion guides I ever did actually. So he's got HP burn on his A2, puts a weaken on his A1, and he can extend debuffs here. So, you know, I might actually just well build him up for clan boss actually, because I'm kind of working on a clan boss team right now. So that is actually a really good pull. Pretty chuffed with that one. And Bulwark can be used all the way up to Ultra Nightmare. I used him in my Ultra Nightmare team for ages before I built Unkillable, and I was like 2 or 3 key in it with Bulwark, so it's definitely solid. This guy's not exactly what we want. He's definitely not what we want. Come on, we just need one purple. One purple. Ooh, it's not looking so good. We got the Ox. Not entirely what we want again. Come on, just give us one purple. I'm pretty sure we were near Mercy, guys. Oh, it's not looking too good. Stitch Beast, not what we want. Come on, one purple, one purple. Nope. No, we didn't get it, guys. But we did get the Tender, so that's actually insanely good. So Bulwark and Relinquary Tender are insanely good rares, so I'm pretty happy with those pulls. We do have a Cleanser already in Scathix, who's probably better, but I'm going to keep her because she's excellent for Faction Wars. So removes all debuffs, places a heal on them. The only thing about her, she's actually got a really good revive though. Whereas Scathix doesn't have a revive, so that's the other option why she's so good. So yeah, actually that's, for 5 shards out of rares, that's probably as good as it could have been, because I've already got Cold Heart, so I don't need any more, 2 of them to be exact. So Tender and Bulwark, pretty happy with that. Unfortunately we didn't get the Godseeker, but hey, them's the breaks, that's raid for you. So we should have got a few things on the Summon Rush as well. Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got some gems, we've got some brews, we've got some more energy as well. We'll chuck that away though, we're going to keep that for later I believe. So like I just mentioned there, we actually pulled our Versulf. He's a super cool champion actually, so that's him being pulled, don't know why I'm going in there again. Incidentally, I do actually have another 10 fragments, so please Plarium, give us something to do with these extra fragments I'm collecting of all these champions, because it's just such a waste for a free-to-play account that we're not able to use them. So here's Versulf. Yeah, I'm quite excited about using him. I'm actually going to level him up for my next mission, so I have to ascend a Force Champion to level 6 of Ascension. And then after that it's just a Void Champion. And through a bunch of farming, I've managed to get just enough food. I think I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 7, and I've got an 8th. I think I've actually got a chicken here, so I've got 8 5-star foods, but I've got some stuff ready to level up here, so I just need to do a little bit more grinding. Very tempted to just grind away, throw away someone like my High Katoon, because you generally pick them up later down the game anyway, and that means I only have to actually level up 1 more, and I can do it quicker and then get round to Arbiter, who will just replace High Katoon anyway. But the only thing is High Katoon's quite good for dungeon content and stuff, so I'll have a think about this one. But yes, that's the plan. I'm going to level this guy up and then 1 Void, so I should still be on track to get Arbiter fairly soon, as long as I can build my dungeon teams quite well. So what we're going to do actually, something different in this video, we're going to build Versulf in the free-to-play account, just to show you guys how I go about building champions on the free-to-play. What I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly level this guy up. Actually, he's at level 45. I'll level him up, I'll ascend him, and then we'll actually build him then, because then we can put amulets on him as well. And yeah, so I'll just jump back in 5 minutes once this has been done. Right, so there we have it. We have one fully leveled up Versulf, the Grim. He looks pretty grim to me, so that's us completed this mission. On the very last one, the Void one, so that shouldn't be too bad. Let's have a look when the next Void dungeon is. So that's on Sunday. It's Friday today, so 2 days away, so that's fine. Plenty of time to do that. Enough time to farm up a little bit more food to get those last 2 champions to level him up as well, whoever that's going to be. I'm 90% sure it's going to be one of my Cold Hearts, but it could potentially be Scathix, it could potentially be Inquisitor. It just depends when I have a look at my actual champs who I'm going to consider building for what content in the game. But yeah, so back to Versulf, let's go ahead and build him. So in terms of masteries, what I've done is I know I'm going to build this guy for damage. So looking through his kit, in fact we'll go through his kit first just in case people haven't seen him. He attacks one enemy, 50% chance of placing a provoke for 1 turn, also places a shield equal to 10% of their max HP. Now he's an HP based champion, so his damage is based on HP. His A2 attacks all enemies, places an extra hit on enemies under stun, freeze, fear, true fear, provoke, debuffs. Each hit has a 75, which is a 100% chance of placing a leech debuff for 2 turns. His A3 places an increased defense and ally protection, and his passive places provokes on a 20% chance for anyone attacking him. So he's quite a strange champion actually. He's doing quite a lot of things. He can do like a situational ton of damage here. He's actually the hardest hitting HP champion in the game when he hits this for the double hit, because he's got the same multipliers effectively as Sir Nyx. So that's how much damage this actually does. Granted, it doesn't put a shield on, so it's not as good, but if it hits twice, damn, it does a ton of damage. But then his A3 is kind of like a, what's a Tyrant Elixir kind of ability. It's a more defensive based ally protection. Then he's needing accuracy as well, so it's probably too much going on to build him for like damage and build accuracy, do all this stuff. So I've just opted to go for like full damage, because this ability doesn't need accuracy. The only 2 that need accuracy are the provokes on here. Now I'm going to try and give him as much accuracy as I can, because especially at low level he's going to land those things. But I'm going to actually be trying to use him not only for dungeon content but for arena. As you know, I'm trying to get to platinum quickly, and I think he could be quite a fun go second sort of nuker. So that's kind of my idea behind it. So this is how I build champions. Everyone's got their own way of doing it. So I know he's going to be a nuker, so straight away I'm just giving him crit rate and crit damage, because I know that's going to happen. Then I'll leave the rest until we build the rest of the stats, because that kind of tells me what I need to get from the rest of his kit. Because once I've got his kit in, then I'm like, okay, do I need more accuracy? Then I go down support tree. Do I need a little bit more resistance, defense, anything from the support defense tree? Do I go further down here, maybe try and take more damage with something like Opportunist if there's going to be a lot of stuns and stuff, which there will be. I mean, this is stun, sleep, fear, true fear, freeze. These are all the things that you want be on the champions. The only thing that's missing from here is provoke. If that was provoke, this would be insane. But, you know, I've got Armina and stuff, so it might be well running Opportunist with it. So yeah, it's going to let us know afterwards. In terms of actually building the champion though, the first thing I do is always build the accessories, because they're not really as, you know, with the artifacts, there's just so many to choose from. You've got a fairly limited amount when it comes to the accessories here, so we're just going to quickly look through the rings first. Now ideally we want an HP ring, so let's click HP. We don't have a single one, so this being a free-to-play account, this is not ideal, but it lets you see, if you're a new player, how I or any one of you should potentially be building these champions. So the next best thing, we've only got 6 to choose from, so let's just look through them. So we've got an attack one here with attack percentage 6-star, not going to be any use, so we're going to skip that. We've got another attack, we've got HP rolls on that, so that's potentially good. Ideally what we want is the defense ring now, that's like the second best option with HP substats. Attack again, we've got a lot of attack. Here we go, we've got defense with HP, defense and attack, all percentage. So that looks like the one we're going to choose right there. We do have defense with HP here. We've got defense with double HP, but it's a lower roll, it's 4% compared to a 6 and a 5. So what we shall do is we'll just quickly upgrade this. I mean, we've only got 5 million silver here, guys, so we're not going to upgrade everything up to 16. We just can't afford to do that, but we'll get everything to roughly about sort of 12, maybe a couple to 16. There is an artifact event on right now, so I'll get some rewards from doing it. But that will give us a good idea of how we're going to build it. So this is rolled defense and HP. I'm happy with that. It's 12%, so we've got another chance as well to roll HP again. So we'll definitely try this one on. Let's go over to the amulets. We've only got 4 to choose from, so let's just look through them. Normally, if this is like my main account, I would click HP and look for them all. But actually, I'm talking absolute rubbish. I'm going to be looking for crit damage because we're building them for a damage build. So we've only got 1 to choose from. It's got accuracy on it, which is good. It's a 5-star early on in the game, so we're not going to have 6-star stuff. We do have a defense one here, but that's not going to be useful for us. The HP one is actually pretty good, to be honest. We potentially could roll that up and see if we can triple roll the crit damage on it, which will give us about 20% crit damage. The only issue is if we were to actually roll this one up, it's going to give us 33% crit damage, so that's quite a bit more. But what I might do is I'm just going to see if I get lucky, and let's try the first roll. If we can hit crit damage in the first roll, we'll keep rolling it up, because that's going to boost our HP and survivability quite a bit, and he hits that hard that, okay. Well, we hit the accuracy anyway, so that's an easy one. I mean, accuracy is useful, but we definitely want the damage, so let's just try this on. We know we're going to use that because it's our only one. And then the banners, we've got 5 to choose from. We have a 6-star here. Do we have HP? We do have 1. So we've got a resistance one here. It's got HP flat, so that's probably not any use. We're looking for HP with like speed would be the best. This is the defense one with a double HP on it, so that could be usable. We've got HP and HP here. That looks like the one. Resistance and accuracy. Accuracy could have been good if it had an HP roll on it, but I think this is going to be the one. Let's just see. Hopefully we don't double roll attack. Even if we just get 1 roll on HP, this is our banner. Okay, that's it. We got it. We've got our banner, boys and girls. Man, I would turn my Riva speed tuner thing on just now, the thing that makes it go faster. But oh, look at that. We double rolled HP. That was meant to be, guys, wasn't it? Now, equip all of that. So that's our accessories done. We've got like 5 million silver. So what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to roll everything up to 12, and to make life easier I will actually use the fasting. So double defense roll there, not ideal. Would have preferred the accuracy rolls to hit the provokes, but we got good on the HP, which is more important I think, because we're not specifically looking for accuracy on this champion. We're just going for as much damage as we can get right now. So that's that there. Let's roll this up to see if we can get another HP roll. Okay, we got the attack. But hey, that'll do absolutely fine. I think that's just still worth keeping, to be honest. And our HP one, this is our best one so far. Let's roll this up. What we do want here is a speed roll. Even if it's just like 4 or 5 speed, it's better than nothing. So we've got 2 chances to get a speed roll. There we go, speed. This one has worked out beautifully for us, so that's our best piece so far. Let's take off the speed thing. Right, so that's our accessories done. So that's given us a good base. Now we can kind of look at our stats and be like, right, this is what we've got to start with. Obviously we're not at max level. I'm just doing this on level 1 just to show you how I go about building a champ, but his stats are going to be much higher once he's up to level 60, but that's going to take me a while on a free-to-play account. So I wanted to do this just now so I can actually start using him. So the next thing I know is he's HP based. I want to give him an HP chest, 100%. Now, there's very few circumstances where you would choose anything else for an HP champion. If they land insanely good debuffs, yes, you could put an accuracy chest piece on him with like some good HP substats, but because we're building them for damage, we're just looking for an HP chest. So we've gone to HP chest, equipped, HP percentage here, and let's have a look through all the pieces we have. So we've got a 6-star legendary here with a bunch of flat stats, but one of the flat stats is HP and one's crit damage, so that's 2 rolls that we really need, so that's a definite maybe. Speed here, crit damage and attack. It's good, it's got a lot of speed on it. It's only 5-star and we'll get a lot more HP out of this, so that's a maybe as well. Crit rate here, that could be well needed. We might run out of crit rate, so that's one in the bag as well. Speed and HP, that's another good one. I'm probably not going to run him in lifesteal if I'm honest. I could potentially, but yeah, I don't think I will, so probably going to leave that. Frost wouldn't be a bad set, to be honest, to run him in because of the provokes, but again, we're not building them with that much accuracy, so I might leave that. Relentless, that's a half decent, well, it's not a decent piece actually, that's what I was going to say. It's got a good main stat on it, it's 6-star, but then double attack and resistance isn't much use for us, so we'll leave that. Destroy we're not going to look at, neither toxic. Stalwart, that's not a bad one, but I'd rather just pick up some more. You know, something like Divine Life would be better because we can get damage from that because it gives us more HP. Unfortunately, the rolls here don't look great. So again, this is a very early free-to-play account. I don't have a lot of gear. So I think at the moment, this is our boy. So I'm going to use the fitting room so we're not actually putting on. We'll try this on just now. Let's have a look. So on our gloves next. Now, we don't want HP gloves if he's damaged. We're looking for crit damage ideally. But because we're so early on in this game, we don't have a lot of good crit rate rolls on our gear, especially 6-star. As you can see, we have no crit rate on here, so I'm pretty sure we're going to have to go for crit rate gloves rather than crit damage. Now, I always say if you can get crit damage gloves, that is the best option, but especially early on in the game, you'll find that crit rate comes in a lot more useful than it does later on. So looking at this, we've got a crit rate. In fact, let's look at the crit damage first because that's the preferential choice. We've got a 6-star ones here on speed. Attack and defense rolls are not much use. If there was like HP and crit rate in there, that would have been good. 4-star is just not going to cut it, I'm afraid. Neither's that one. Yeah, we've got crit damage with crit rate here. That's definitely usable. If that was 6-star, I would definitely say yes. Here we go, we've got crit damage and crit rate on a 6-star, so that's a good piece. It's going to be a broken set, but that's a definitely usable piece. Crit damage, yeah, probably not use that because it's flat roll the attack. Not going to run this one, too much attack on it, it's not any use for us. Accuracy and crit rate, that could be a good broken set, it's just a 5-star though. Pity it's not 6. Again, I'm keeping, as you can see, a lot of crit damage with crit rate gloves, just because they're useful. Speed and accuracy, that's decent, but that's on my cold heart as a broken set. Attack and HP, if that was crit rate, then I would be definitely using these gloves. Flat HP and crit rate, they're the best so far. Crit damage, they're on my cold heart. Speed and attack, unfortunately defense. So we're not great. I think the best ones really are these ones here, the reflex gloves. So let's have a look at the crit rate gloves we've got. And the only thing that's going to trump the crit damage is if I can get a decent crit rate piece, but also gives... So the one I'm looking at right now, I can just see it staring at me, is this. So yes, that is looking like a good option because that's going to give us a bunch. So that's going to give us 60% crit rate. But it also gives us the 20% crit damage if I can get another piece to go with it on crit damage set. Whereas the reflex is going to be a broken one, so I'm going to be losing out on stats from the set bonus. That's not too much use there. It's got the accuracy but a bunch of defense, so that's actually quite a good piece for Armiger. That's the piece. As you can see on my actual main nuker, I'm running crit rate gloves because they had decent rolls. And it's just so hard to get 100% crit rate with crit damage gloves when you're early on in the game. They're not much use. None of the lifesteal gear I don't think I'm going to look at. Accuracy and crit damage, that's pretty good actually, that's really good gloves. The only issue is this has got HP, so I think this one is going to win. Okay, we've got crit rate on Immortal though. Immortal's good because that gives us 15% HP, and it's got speed and HP on it, but unfortunately it's only a 5-star piece. If that was 6-star, that would be a no-brainer. Defense and speed, accuracy, HP, that's good again, but 5-star. I'll have to admit, I'm leaning mostly towards these guys here, because it's 6-star, so that's going to give us an extra 10% crit rate, which is loads. So let's just quickly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll this up to 12. If it double rolls defense, I'll maybe rethink it. If it can get one roll on HP, that would be really cool. There we go, we got one. If it double rolls HP, this is going to be really good. Because the crit damage just scales so well, obviously, with the HP damage. And double HP, look at that. We're rolling double HPs today, so fingers crossed we can get some combination of crit damage and speed for the next 2 rolls. That would be the ideal solutions. There we go, speed. It's like Playrooms listening to me, so that is a good piece, really good piece. So we're going to be trying that on. What I'll also do is I'll need to upgrade this at some point, but it's only got crit damage and stuff, so we know we're not getting crit rate from it. So this is taking us up to 60% crit rate at the moment. I've got the mastery on as well, if you remember from earlier. So that goes up to another 21. So all we need to know is we're going to be getting, can't do the master right now, 80. So we're 20% crit rate short. So that's what we're looking for from the rest of our gear. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and equip that because I feel pretty confident with those picks. Let's actually roll up this and hope we land on as much crit damage and HP rolls as we can. Preferably no attack rolls would be good. There we go, obviously I get the attack. If we quad roll attack on this, then we'll definitely be changing this about. But hopefully we can get HP or crit damage here. Okay, we double rolled it. So yeah, that's not much use. Yeah, no, I'm gonna wing it. I'm gonna let it roll, because if it can roll one lot on crit damage here, I think it's still usable because of the amount of HP I'm actually getting from the main stat. If not, I think I might be nicking a different chest piece for him, because that's an unfortunate roll. Even if it was like double defense, then it's usable, but the attack really isn't usable. I don't want to bother turning the Reva thing on just now. Right, there we go, crit damage. That's not too bad. Let's actually just quickly have a little look again. Did we have anything else that might be better? Yeah, let's just stick with what we're doing. It's got crit damage on it. Let's continue with the plan as is. So next thing we want is definitely speed boots. So we go to speed boots here. We just go to boots, primary stats, speed, equipped, and let's have a look at what we've got. None of these were really that great. I mean, these would be pretty decent. It's got HP on it and crit rate, but that's definitely for Ugo, because I'm not changing my Ugo build right now. Crit damage and accuracy, that's a good set right there. On accuracy as well, that might be a decent one. It's just a pity that's not HP. None of these will probably any use. 6-star HP and HP there, so that's a definite maybe. And I think actually, no, I think I've actually made my mind up already. I'm definitely going to use these because I know I want the extra 15% HP from here. Plus this has got double crit rate and crit damage on it, so that looks like the best choice. And I know I can put these straight on to the troll dude, whatever his name is, Tora guy, because they've got resistance on that already, which is what I need. So that's a pretty decent option there. And then we're just looking for the last 3 pieces here. What we really need to do just now is we need to figure out what other crit damage pieces we've got, because I know I've got loads of speed and I've got plenty immortal, I think, but I don't have a lot of crit damage. So let's see. So I've only got 2 choices: weapons. I've got resistance, crit rate, and speed there. That's a maybe. Accuracy, crit damage, potentially, yeah. I mean, what crit rate are we sitting at right now? We know we're up to, that's us up to 92, so we only need 8% crit rate. There we go, HP, crit rate, and crit damage. That looks like our one right there. So if we can single roll this crit rate, that's like the ideal solution. 1 roll on crit rate, 2 on crit damage would be ideal. HP's not bad though. HP just gives us more damage too. Just need 1 roll on crit rate. But this is insane. I don't really need 1 roll on crit rate actually. Double HP, yes, it's not the worst, because I could get more crit rate from the other 2 pieces as well, so it's not the end of the world. It just means I don't have to look for crit rate on the next 2 pieces if I was to get a single roll here. I mean, I would have definitely preferred a double on crit damage, but HP is not the end of the world at all. There we go, and we got crit damage, so that's actually a pretty damn good piece. So there we go, we've completed our set for crit damage. And now we're just looking for a helmet and a sword, or a weapon I should say, equipped. Let's have a look. So we need 1 piece immortal, 1 piece speed. we've got loads of speed stuff, so I'm going to look at the immortal stuff first and see what we've got to choose from. Not too much. We got a quad roll HP on the Tora guy, but I'm going to keep that on him because it's got like resistance and attack, which isn't much use. This one looks a bit better actually. Crit rate, yeah, because that's at the moment we're running, like I say, we're going to have another 21, so that takes us up to 96. With that crit rate, it takes us up to 102%. So as long as we don't roll on the crit rate, if we can roll these two here, that would be ideal. That's not as good, definitely not. This one here could be doable as well. It's got accuracy, no HP on it unfortunately. I think this is the best one, so let's just roll this up to 12 and see where we get with this. Hopefully we can crit damage and HP it. That's the two that we really want. Okay, we got crit rate. So we've got too much crit rate now. Far too much crit rate. And we got attack as well. It's not actually that fantastic. So I might actually look at taking the big HP one off my Tora guy, because he's not actually going into my arena team as such just now. So this could potentially just go into Tora guy actually, because like a quad roll might be pretty useful. Let's just roll it up to 12 and see where it lands anyway. Maybe if it lands on one of the top two, now it might still be usable. Okay, it rolled a double crit rate, so that's not what we're after. So let's just put on this. Now that gives us a bunch of HP. It's not changed the crit rate at all, so we're still 4 short, so we're looking for speed. And it's a helmet, that's all we need. And that's going to be the last piece of the day. So speed, we've got, I mean that piece would be pretty okay-ish, but its defense isn't too much use. We need HP. This one's pretty good, but it's too much crit rate. Again, no crit rate on that one. I'd like 100% if we can get it. Speed and attack. Yeah, we're so early on in the account, we don't have great options, I'm afraid. Accuracy and HP, they would have been good with crit rate. Speed defense, that's actually probably the best one so far because it's got speed, the amount of crit rate we need, and it's got an HP roll on it. 5-star, it's already 16-2. We're not really using too much of apothecary right now, so I think that's probably going to be our option. So there we have it, and what we're going to do, just for good measure, we're going to roll this up, make sure we get the 100% crit rate. We'll hit the fast version first. Right, there we go, we've got it going fast. So like I said before, let's see if we can get a crit damage roll on this. That would be ideal. We can't get crit rate because it's got it on the main stat. Defense, we'll take that, that's not too bad. Now we've got some silver left, so which ones are we going to actually level up? This is definitely a good piece, so I think we'll level this up to level 16. I think we could, as long as this rolls really quick, we can maybe get one more piece in. I kind of want to roll up that chest piece as well, just to see how bad it's going to be. I know it seems stupid, but okay, attack. It's not great, but it's still a decent piece. Yeah, I kind of want the full fat HP percent bonus as well though, so I'm going to actually roll this up and let's see if we can roll crit damage or HP on this. And then that is our Versulf built. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching me do this. It's maybe giving you a little insight into how I build champions and how you could go about doing it yourself. I know when I started this game I just kind of threw gear on and didn't think too much about it, but there's quite a long thought process goes into building a champion like this. So it's landed defense, it's not the end of the world, it's not a triple in attack, and we've got the bonus from HP. So I will definitely take that. Let's close the speed thing. Cool, so we're looking at, and keep in mind this is a level 1, a decent amount of HP already, some decent speed, accuracy is terrible, but again, I said we're not looking for accuracy at all. It's got 100% crit rate. I should have actually rolled that up as well, because I need the extra crit damage, but we'll get that later down the line. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this, guys, so I think with the gear I've got, this is the best build I can do right now. Should be able to do some pretty decent work, decent amount of HP, so we should survive, and I'll get the masteries built up too. That's going to make a difference, especially where I can get things like Lore of Steel to get some extra stuff. I can get some accuracy on this tree here as well, which will help out. and bring it all the way down to Helm Smasher, obviously, for damage. So that is Versulf, guys. That's me built him. What are we going to do next? We'll probably just jump into Arena. I did actually 6-star Toragai in the end. I know I've just taken some gear off him. I'm going to re-gear him, but this guy's been doing really good things in Clan Boss for me, and he's totally unbooked as well. He'd be so much better if he was booked, but he keeps everyone alive with this. He puts poisons on with his passive. This one's not much use for Clan Boss, but he's got a decreased attack on his A1. He's just a pretty solid champion, and he's tough as nails as well. So yeah, he's actually been really good HP, base HP for an epic as well. So solid champion, guys. If you have him sitting in your vault and you're struggling with Clan Boss, or just getting through waves and stuff, he's cool and he looks badass as well, which is always a bonus. He's going to be in the kind of mix of my go second teams. That's another reason I built him up to 60, because between like Toragai, Versulf, Skathix, I think his name is. I think there's more as well. Skathix. I think those three mainly are going to be like quite a good repertoire for getting a go second team. Ugo as well, sorry. I could build potentially a fairly cool go second team between these champions. So ideally I'd love to pull like a Seeker. That would really make the team. I think this guy might be really good for go second just because of this passive. Because what you can do is you can actually put masteries on him. I'm going to redo all these masteries and give him Selfless Defender, so he takes all the kind of, well, not all of it, but a bunch of the first lot of damage, and then when he drops to a certain amount below 30%, he puts block damage on himself. So effectively that's going to be soaking up damage from everyone, and you can run him in immunity, and then you can cleanse everyone too with the same champion. So really cool. I think that's kind of the idea behind the go second team. But if I can have him in like a shield set alongside him as damage, plus this guy for block buffs and defense down, I think that could be quite a cool team. So that's giving you an idea of what we are thinking. So let's see if there's any quick fights we can do just to end the video. Oh wow, look. Any of you guys that are free to play know this is like the dream. This is what you want to see. You want to see a whole page of bots. One whole page of bots. Well, normally we fight pretty competitive teams, but yeah, I'm gonna take this full page of bots because it's late and I can't be bothered actually thinking, to be honest. So yeah, I'm not gonna make you watch me beat every single one of these teams, but we're going to beat them all. This looks like maybe the most difficult one, but again, it's definitely a bot team. We'll jump in against the Gembo, see what happens. We're much faster than them anyway. It's not really going to work for them. Yep, easy, I'm afraid. Decrease attacks down, but it doesn't matter. Right, so you don't need to see this, guys. Yeah, because we were quite long anyway building Versulf, so that's it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please leave in the comments below if you like seeing me build champions like this, and maybe I can do something like this in the future. Maybe you thought it was just too long, so you didn't enjoy it. But yeah, anything, just leave in the comments below. Make sure as well to leave in the comments below that funny caption that I mentioned at the start of the video. That's all you have to do to win that account. Again, not the most like whale-worthy account that's been given away ever, but I think it's a really cool thing to do, giving it away. And it's a really good starter account, and sometimes something like that's a bit better, because if you win like a mega whale account, you're not going to feel that invested in it. But if you get an account like this, it's just taking out some of the kind of beginning backwork, but you can still build a cool account from that, because it's not got any like the top tier legendaries in it yet. It's got a few of them anyway, but not any of the really top ones. So yeah, that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a great day. Peace.